have we changed? Has Utah changed? Have other places changed? I'm going to tell a story about my mom. My mom just turned 100 years old a couple of weeks ago. She was a career woman. She worked at a company that sold and distributed industrial supplies. And she really ran the place. And this particular place that she worked for 35 years as an executive secretary in those days, I went to visit because they were interested in the Women's Leadership Institute and taking the Elevate Her Challenge. So I went there one day about 5 or 6 years ago. And I was waiting in the lobby for the man that I was going to meet with. And I was looking at their old pictures because this place this company, I think, is over 120 years old now. And there were pictures from the clear back, 1950s. And it had this one picture that I went up close to look at, and it looked like a Christmas party. There were Christmas trees, but there were also 2 women sitting on the laps of men. And, normally you would think, oh, it's good that they brought their husband. But this one woman happened to be my mother. I looked at her and I recognized, that's my mom. And she was sitting on not my dad's lap. It was her boss's lap. And I couldn't help but think how times have changed for a positive way. I did, in fact, ask her about that. And she said that was what was done at the time. And I remember her saying, when she would come home from these parties, she didn't really like the parties, but that's where they got their Christmas bonuses. And so it was almost imperative that she would have to go to these parties. And I just have thought to myself many times, how would I have felt about doing that now? So I think there are so many ways that things have changed in that relatively short period of time, in a positive way. We still have a lot to change. And I know that different cultures are different within companies. But I'm excited to see so many companies that are wanting to change, and they're coming to us and asking us, how do we do it? We want to do it, and they're invested in it. But the most important thing is that they are seeing value in doing it. I have 11 grandchildren. 6 of them are granddaughters. I really care about them, and my grandsons too. But I want them to have the opportunities that oftentimes I didn't have, or my mother didn't have. And it's not just for them personally, but I can see the value of having them contribute to decision making in making our world a better place, a safer place, a more quality of life. Because I think we need a women's influence on every level, in our communities, in our homes, in our workplaces. And I want them to know that I left some sort of legacy for them.